So let's talk about 4 things to know to win when you're selling software as a service. Let's take a look at how you can do that. First off, you're going to have to know your market. Know every independent restaurant in your area. And I'm small to medium independent. That is what we focus on. That's what we're good at. That's our sweet spot. So know every independent restaurant in your market. Start with your block, then go to your zip code, then go to your city, then expand that to the other cities in your market. Know every restaurant in your market. Know the owner and the contact information, phone and email. Know what their current POS system is, even if it's an Aldelo system. Know what they have. Know what the current system is. Is it an ECR, terminal, or tablet? ECR standing for electronic cash register. Now, what of these 3, what's the most vulnerable? Probably ECR. That's probably where you're going to have your biggest opportunity. Know where your ECR customers are and target them as such, as probably the most opportunistic situation you have. Next up is terminal based. I'm referring to these as predominantly Windows, but they could be other operating systems. But terminal based systems are the second most vulnerable or opportunistic here, low hanging fruit. And then tablet. Yeah, you want to know who has a tablet, because there could be a situation where they're not really happy with their current situation. They may want to get out. You can help them find a way out of that tablet scenario. And if nothing else, if it's a competitor system and they're not happy and can't get out, they could be a good reference for you to help sell against that competitor. So yeah, know who they are and what they're doing with that system. If they're happy, not happy, would they want out? Can you help them? Each one of these, ECR, terminal, and tablet, know your install base there. Is it leased? And the lease term. You want to focus on the lease term. If this is a 36-month lease, they probably can't get out for the 36 months. But if they are 30 months into this lease, they got 6 months left, that's a prime target. Find out how much that lease is, when does it end, and start selling 6 months in advance of that lease termination. That is a prime customer. That is a sweet spot. So anytime you find a customer who's got 6 months or less on their lease, prime target. Overall, know your market. Use technology to help you get a CRM. We did a video a couple of years ago on that's in our sales list of videos to watch. That will help you pick the right CRM. There are some that have a trial. In fact, most of them do have a trial. Some of them have a basic level that they don't charge for up to a certain number of accounts. They'll let you grow into it. But get a CRM and start building your database of all these different customers. Customize the prospect list to include things like lease, what's their lease term or when's their lease up, product, ECR, terminal, or tablet, and then the competitor's name and any other notes that go along with that. Make these searchable so that you can categorize and then target those for marketing. Market to the database. It's key. If you're not marketing to that database, your competition is. You need to market to that database of customers so they at least know who you are. You want to be to the point where you don't want them making a purchase without you knowing it. And you want to have the relationship as such that if they bought somebody else and didn't call you, you want them to feel bad. You want to have a close relationship with that customer. Next up is know your product. Well, you're already doing one thing. You're coming to class. We also invite you to watch the videos. We have a huge library of videos that we created for you to go back and learn the product. There's no reason that you cannot learn this product. There's a lot of tools that we have made available to you, including a free demo. Practice with this thing, practice with the demo over and over and over again. When you just get good with the demo, know how to do it. In December, I sent out a email that listed, had a document that showed the things that you should know how to demo by vertical. So if you have a quick service or a coffee shop, you should know these things and how to demo these things. If you're doing a table service, these are the things you should focus on. If you're doing pizza, these are the things you should focus on. So please go back and look at that document and get good on demoing and presenting those features and those to those vertical markets. Answer questions with confidence. So when you're asked a question by a referral partner or by a customer, have that answer and answer with confidence, as well as present with confidence, knowing that you have a superior product to your competition. Don't have pride block. That is, don't get so prideful that you say you don't need help. We get that a lot. We get a lot of people saying, no, I don't need help. I don't need, I got this. Well, you can always learn something, always. As much as Jeff and I know about this product, we both listen to each other. We both ask questions. We both come to each other and say, have you seen this? Or is this how that's supposed to work? We communicate daily on the product. So we don't have the pride block, and you shouldn't either. Technology changes. You need to change with it, and we will help you. We have people who will help train you on this product, and they will help train you how to demo and how to present the product. So don't have the pride block. Let us help you. We will make you product experts. Next up, know your prospect. We have created top 5 videos, top 5 lists, and one of those was the top 5 discussions to have with a restaurant owner. This taught you, or this video teaches you, what topics to talk about, how to make those discussions happen, what questions to ask. We have this available for you. Learn how to have discussions with a restaurant owner. And then look for 3 to 5 return on investment points. Look for things that will help you create a solution that will help you then justify that solution to that restaurant. When you're selling SaaS against a competitor who's also SaaS, you're more on a level playing field than you might expect. You have to be better. You have to be a better salesperson, and you have to make a better presentation. If you're going to compete at that level, then that's what you have to be able to do. And looking for the return on the investment points is an absolute key aspect of that. Find out what they like and they don't like about the system. There's going to be things that they do like that you want to make sure you do in your solution. And there are going to be things that they don't like, and you want to make sure not only to avoid those problems, but find the solutions for them. Know their problems. They have them. They have problems. Every business does. Find out what they are, and then see if you can create a solution for them. Because that's the next step, is create a solution just for them. That solution needs to solve their problems. And then you're going to use the return on investment features to justify the investment. Business owners and restaurant owners will pay money to solve their problems. So create the solution around their problems, use the justification for the investment, the ROI features to justify the investment, and then use the total cost of ownership approach to solidify the sale. This slide is the money slide. This is the one that's going to be making you money. Create the solution from what your discussions were with the restaurant owner, knowing their problems, what they like, what they don't like. Create a solution just for them. Then use that ROI, those features you pulled out of there, to justify the system, and use the total cost of ownership to make your competitor look expensive. This is what you need to do to be successful. You have to be a better salesperson. Just know your competition. You know that you have a superior product. Aldelo Express is a superior product. This is hands down, no doubt. We've looked, we've compared, we know it. Now you need to use it to your advantage. Use that knowledge and use that confidence to go into the sale that you have a better product, and then just show it. Show that it's a better product. Be confident with it because it is a better product. And then just be a better POS salesperson. Let's talk for a minute to the credit card salespeople in our mix here. We have a lot of you. Selling credit cards is different from selling point of sale and vice versa. You have to be a better POS salesperson in order to compete against this competition. You have to be better. There are books to read, there are classes to go to, there are videos that I've done to help you do that. I teach you how to go through the steps of the sale. This has been modernized based upon the current situation of how restaurants are going and doing a lot of research on the internet before they even get to you. So you have to be a better salesperson in this market, in this era. You may have to change your ways of approaching it, and you may have to change the way you do presentations, but we will teach you how to make that happen. Be a better POS salesperson. Remember this side? This has all the features that we have, all the modules that we have. This is what you get when you get Aldelo Express on a SaaS model. You get all of these. Here's the key. All the ones in red cost extra with the competition. The one in purple there, that is a unique feature to Aldelo Express in that we have the open architecture hardware. Not only is it iOS, it's also Android, and you can put them in the same network. Very unique. And it gives you a lot of options with regard to what kind of hardware you're going to use. All the ones in red are the ones you should focus on when you present to your customer and provide them a solution, because they cost extra with your competition. By making these keys to your solution and making them desirable by your customer, then that's going to force your competition to raise their price. And all of a sudden, they're not at the same price that we are. Now they're going to be more expensive, and you have now forced them out of their comfort zone, and you are in control of the sale. Whenever you can force your competition out of their comfort zone, you're doing your job as a POS salesperson. So focus on these ones in red. Make that competition have to include these in their proposal, and all of a sudden, you're going to be the winner. Your competition, the two main ones that we get calls about, are all proprietary hardware that cannot be used by another system. They're locked. So if that customer buys that hardware, that's all they can use it for. They have to throw it away if they do not want that software. That's a big deal, and you need to drive that home. Then we hear about free hardware, that some of our competition is offering free hardware. Dive into that. Look into it. And what you're going to find is it all has a cost, and they got to hide it somewhere. So where are they hiding it? And you're going to find that free hardware from one of our competitors, it doesn't mean that. It means that they give away a terminal. It doesn't mean that they get the entire system hardware, all of it for free, because they don't. They get a terminal. Another one will offer a terminal and printer, but they have it included in some other processing fees. So it's not always what it seems. Your customer, they hear free hardware and they don't dive into it out themselves. You need to help that customer dive into that and find out, well, just exactly what are you getting for free? And then the next thing I would do is I would make it a 2-terminal scenario. I'd find another way to get another piece of hardware in there, because now that costs, because they only give away one. They're giving away one, and they can't afford to give away all. So force them out of their comfort zone. If you're in a competition situation where they are giving away the free hardware, you need to understand what that is, and don't just take it at face value. Our system has graphics and images and pictures you can put on the screen. Your two major competitors, they don't do that. Always remember that customers buy emotionally. They buy what they like. They buy from who they like. They buy emotionally and then justify it later with logic. So our system, it just simply looks better. And it looks better on the counter. It looks better in their restaurants. It's going to make their restaurant look better. Never forget, they buy emotionally and justify with logic. Add-ons add up. Add-ons add up. Require them to put in the add-ons. We've seen systems that started off at $59 a month quickly escalate to over $200 a month, simply because of add-ons. They add up. Then you can use the total cost of ownership sales approach. TCO is your friend. Whenever you're selling SaaS, you have to use the TCO model to then help justify the monthly expense. Bring it up to the restaurant owner. You're really going to spend this amount a month. You're not just spending $59 a month per terminal. You're spending $200 to $300 a month for the solution. Total cost of ownership is your friend. So let's recap. 4 things to know to win. You're going to need to know your market. Every restaurant, every independent restaurant in your market, you need to know who that is. You need to have a relationship with them, and you need to be in their restaurant in front of them on a pretty regular basis. Know their product, what they currently have, when is the lease up, when is their itch cycle, when are they going to start looking again. Know your market. Know your product. We can help with that. The Friday training we do here, we also have two full-time trainers that their existence in our company is to train you on our product. You need to get with them and they will train you on any aspect of the product. Know your prospect. Sit down with them. Have a relationship. Have a conversation. Know your prospect. Know who they are. And that relationship then is going to come back in your benefit when one of these companies that's going to be calling on them, who's remote, who's trying to sell them by being remote, you have the relationship that you're in front of them and you're going to be there to take care of them. Know your prospect. And then know your competition. Know how they sell. Know what they are going to propose. Don't be surprised. Find out how they operate. If we'll go back to that free hardware, if you know that competitor is always going to offer free hardware, then you need to come up with a way to combat that. Know what they're offering, how they're going to mix it into their and recover that cost, because they're going to recover the cost. They're not giving it away to be, generous or to be nice. They're going to have that somewhere in their sale. They're going to recover that. Know it and be really ready to talk about that offering that they're going to have. Know your competition and know how they're going to operate. There's no reason for you to lose if you're the better salesperson and have the right solution. You can do this. But if you know your market, know your product, know your prospect, know your competition, you can be on top.